Yeah, and I want is like I I procrastinate a lot recently, and a lot of times I cannot finish my tasks, and and the rest of the time I just think about it all the time. I mean, when I get off and I just think, oh, I didn't, you know, I didn't finish my tasks, and I just cannot stop thinking it, and my problem I think is how to stop think the things like I didn't finish, just maybe just to focus on the things I need to do.
Okay. Um, so help me a bit because I need to understand a little bit better what you're currently doing. Because we went over something called the perfect plan, right?
Yeah,
And I think you're doing that somewhat. Is that correct or not?
yeah, yeah.
Mhm. So with the perfect plan, if I'm going to go through the steps and see if there's any step that you're leaving out.
Okay.
um, so are you planning for the next day or you're planning for the same day or in the morning?
I play in the evening and for the
In the
another
evening for the
day.
next. Okay, good.
Yeah.
And are you also always put some buffer time in your plan?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Mhm. And do you for each task or activity do you focus on under promising?
And no, I think I didn't.
Okay. Because most of us, this used to be true for me, um, have this tendency to be too optimistic, about, oh, it shouldn't take that long, uh, on doing things. And so, but if we stop to really think about it, how long it took in the past, uh, then and then even make an error the other way. So if you're going to make a mistake, it's going to be a mistake. It didn't take as long as you planned. Okay. Um, so this is called under promising.
Okay.
Um, and so that's something, you consider putting in. All right. Um,
Mhm.
the next thing is certain types of activities. Maybe you don't know how long they take. They could be finished in 20 minutes, or it might take 2.5 hours, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So how do you deal with that? Because if you don't know how long and you just keep working at it, then it runs over and it blows the rest of your day. So in that case, you want to say, okay, I promise to do 45 minutes on this, or until it gets finished, whichever comes first. Okay. So if it got finished at that time, then you even had some extra time left over. But if 45 minutes comes, you're still not finished, you declare it complete, and then you schedule more time the next day or something like that. Um, this way, you don't destroy the rest of your plan for the rest of the day. Does that make
Oh,
sense?
yeah, yeah.
So have you been doing that?
No, no, I haven't. I just I do keep to doing the things, which spend a lot of time.
Yeah, well, some things will take a lot of time, and maybe it'll be a long time before they get finished. But you generally know what those things are. So, and you still want to do other things in your life. It's important to still have. So, unless there's some sort of super deadline, then you just say, okay, 30 minutes a day until it gets done, something like that, right?
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
The next point is so when you're actually planning your day, you have your you have your Riki next hat on, right?
Yeah.
Because it's just like Riki next says, this is important. I want to get this done. I want to get that done, right? But Riki now is not so focused, because Riki now won't show up till later when you're ready to do these things. I'm not sure I really like doing this, or Riki next made a plan without me, or not without considering me. So for each thing you're planning, do you stop and ask yourself, or stop and ask Riki now, do you think you can be okay with doing this later? Do you think you can enjoy this later? Are you doing that?
Yeah, yeah, I did it, but when later I need to do the tasks, and I think my Reiki now is saying, oh no, I don't want, I don't like it. Then just have new conflict between now and
Okay.
next.
So it seems like Riki now agrees, but then she changes her mind, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, part of this is actually Riki Nexon's problem, because see, Riki now has a hard time to look far ahead. That's not her strong part of her. That's not her strength. Her strength is focusing on enjoying now. Okay. Uh,
Mhm.
but Riki Nex's strength is to, and so Riki Nex can remember the past. Okay. In this type of activity, did Riki now enjoy it in the past or not? You know, like, uh, and uh, is there any, and if so, Riki next thinks about it, and then says, okay, maybe we need to plan a special way to do it, or uh, to actually, it's like a parent and a child. A parent can sort of know maybe what a child wants even better than a child, right?
Mhm.
And
Oh,
so maybe a parent knows the child needs to take some medicine or something like that, right? And the child's not going to like it. But so the parent knows maybe they could play a game about it. Oh, you know, here's the medicine. But the child doesn't want to take it. Like make up a story, and the parent knows enough about the child that the child probably get into the story, right? And have fun taking that medicine. Oh, I'm a strong child. You take medicine or something like
yeah, yeah.
that. Okay. Mhm. So it's really Riki's next job
No.
more than Riki now's job when you're looking ahead. Okay. Uh,
Okay.
to look at and also to look past. Okay. Because Riki now doesn't even look past. Riki's now is just now. You know. But Riki
Yeah,
next looks past. Okay, what worked in the past? What didn't work in the past? What's likely to work? In this.
yeah.
You know. And also related to this, have you heard the expression "do the difficult first"?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So if there's likely to be some conflict between now and next, uh, at least for me, if I do it earlier in the morning, you know, it's more likely to be easy, or my now will be agreeable. Whereas if I leave it later in the day, when my energy usually goes down. So consider that also in your planning.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay. Okay.
yeah.
So that's the part you've been leaving out. Okay.
Mhm.
Or maybe you're not leaving out, but you were almost like consulting with now to know if she's really going to like that later. Or you might even say, now, remember the last time I asked you to do this? Did you like it then? You know? Yeah. Oh, no, I didn't. So now the next thing is, um, okay, so we have that, and of course, using the perfect planner, you're entering the time estimates, right? And you know the total time you've got, and of course you have to stop before you get down to zero. You can't plan.
Mhm.
Or so are you doing that part?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, 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 good. All right. There's one other point. if you follow these procedures, there's a good chance that most days you can look back and say, hey, I got everything done plus some, you know? But sometimes something will change. Something will occur you didn't think about or didn't know about. It could be an opportunity, it could be a breakdown. And if you knew about it in the beginning, you could plan for it, but you didn't know about it when you did the planning the evening before, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay. So in case that happens, don't think you gotta keep with the original plan. That's stupid, Look at the new circumstance and then sort of replan for the rest of the day. It may be cancer, it may involve cancer and stuff, but you can feel good about that, that you reevaluate given the new circumstances, right?
yeah, yeah.
Okay. So I know I'm asking you to do an imagination. We haven't actually done it. You haven't actually done this yet, but given the new uh, adjustments that we put in, okay,
Okay, yeah,
what you were doing is some, and I think you probably got some results, but then you're still having this problem about regretting, the stuff you didn't do. Um, so if you imagine making these adjustments, to what extent do you think that would solve the problem or not?
yeah, yeah. I think it will solve my problem. Yeah,
Okay. Yeah, because most of the time you'll be able to say, hey, there'll still be things because when you have your Riki Next hat on, sometimes there's difficult choices because there's always maybe more stuff that you want to do or need to do than you could ever do, right?
yeah,
So
yeah,
you have to make some difficult choices about what you're going to do or not do today. But once you make those choices, you know, then you can relax and just follow the process, the working
yeah,
process, And then at the end of the day, it's very likely, ah, get how much I did. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. And you can even use the perfect plan to sort of check it off and celebrate it and everything, right?
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Okay. So is that complete for now?
yeah, yeah. It is.
All right. So anything else you'd like to be different today?
No, no.
Okay. The moment here.